Hi everyone, welcome to another Beatles unboxing. This very large box has just arrived from the UK, containing a Beatles record collection. I know basically what's in it, but I don't know all the details. So we're going to find that out together. More overpacking, I'm afraid, but don't worry, all this packing material will be recycled. I always use it when I pack my records. Okay, let's get all that cleared away and set you up, ready to see what's inside. So let's work our way into this first package. Okay, got a 1960s record case here with lots of jazz things on it. Louis Armstrong, jazz, Ella Hot, jazz, blues. So, jazz fan. Wow. Extremely filthy, like most of these things are. So let's open it up, see what we've got. First up, nice picture of the Beatles. Sgt. Pepper era, and it's a nice thing to see. First up, a Love Me Do single. So, well, as you can see, like most Love Me Do singles, it has writing on the labels. Seems to be the one which has the most writing on of all. This stamper might be interesting. So 1M, 1G. Okay, so it's fairly dirty, but it's a really early pressing, 1G on the Love Me Do. These are all going to need a clean, so that's why I haven't got the gloves on, because they're all going to get clean, because as you can see, they are pretty filthy and not in the best shape, but a little bit of cleaning on the lorry craft will sometimes do wonders. We've got a reissue Oldies 45 here. This is From Me to You, Please Please Me. It's an American issue. Here's quite a rare pressing. This is a 1964 pressing of Please Please Me, with the sold in UK text. Yeah, got a number written on the back, 2 out of 6, or maybe 2 and 6, I don't know. But that was a pressing which was pressed from 1964 and I think until 1967. It's a nice one. She Loves You. We missed out From Me to You, but maybe that'll turn up later. Again, this is an early one. 1 RGG, 1 RRD. So that's another really early pressing. The condition is a bit better than the first two, and it's a nice clean sleeve as well. On to I Want to Hold Your Hand. It's a standard EMI pressing. Well, that stamper number is like 25. It's a very high number for a pressing, for a stamper code. Can't Buy Me Love. Again, the condition on these ones is not bad. Beatles singles, of course, easy to find, but not in good condition. These are generally excellent so far, I think. Hard Day's Night, Things We Said Today. These are possibly their original sleeves. So far, these are all in sequence. Ticket to Ride, yes it is. Little picture of the Beatles in this one. Out of a magazine. This is Help. This is a slightly later pressing with the Gramophone company on the rims. First pressings, or earliest pressings, came with Parlogram company. That was just at the point of changeover of that text. Same with this one. This has Gramophone on it. This also had Parlophone rims on early pressings. And there's our old friend Fran the Fan and Kate on their adventures. Moving into 1966 and Paperback Writer. Paperback Writer Rain. This is a nice clean copy. Not particularly low stampers, 4 OG and 1 OP. Okay, that's quite low. But that's a great sounding single if it's not groove worn. But that one looks really nice. Nice original cover too. Eleanor Rigby, Yellow Submarine. I don't know why, but this is one of the singles which is always in really good shape. I don't think it was one of their biggest selling number ones, and usually when I find these singles they're really in good condition, and so's that one. I guess people just bought it, and as it was on the Revolver album as well, didn't play it very much. This isn't British. This is one of a number of, shall we say, private pressings in this collection, I think. This is a bootleg of How Do You Do It from the third annual convention of Beatle Fans Mystery Tour 76, Boston, July, August 1976. So a convention sleeve, and on the back there's Revolution from the original soundtrack. From the original soundtrack of what? I don't know. But never had that before. And various fan pictures from clippings here. There's the Beatles on holiday, or going on holiday, it says here. George's head. There's a little clipping about Beatles there. And another one here too. Okay, put those over there. There's a nice picture of John at Kenwood. It's Kenwood swimming pool. I think that's out of Beatles book, or one of the Beatles Appreciation Society books. Another one of John. This is the Italian interview from the Italian 4 Apple set, although this is obviously a bootleg. And the interview that was on that EP set, I think, done with Kenny Everett, 1968. We've missed out Penny Lane, Strawberry Fields, and all we've got is a little picture to mark that. And move on to All You Need Is Love. Baby You're a Rich Man in the Miners makeup cover. Again, nice condition. Here's also a nice one, Hello Goodbye, and I'm the Walrus in its original EMI advertising sleeve. We had one of these in a few weeks ago in the same sleeve, so it's correct and contemporary for this record. Not a particularly rare one, but it's in nice shape. Lady Madonna, The Inner Light. That's quite a heavy disc, actually. No fan club insert on that. Going into the Apple era. There's a nice clean EMI pressing of Hey Jude Revolution. Mono single, of course. Stamper on that one is 1AT, so that's quite an early one. But a nice wavy top Apple sleeve. Moving on to Get Back. Again, this is a straight edge sleeve. It's an early one, 1RT. And not sure what that says, something MM. Yeah, it's very difficult to find these Apple sleeves in nice condition because they don't wear their creases or any wear very well at all. Old Brown Shoe. Ballad of John and Yoko. Now some unofficial ones. This is a great splatter vinyl, Viewy Queen Records. This is from the Royal Cabana performance. The tracks they played there. This one, Hello Little Girl and Three Cool Cats from the Decca auditions on Decagon. Very famous bootlegs in their day. George single. That's actually the faster picture disc. There he is. He loved his Formula One, loved his racing cars, did George. And that comes in its original plastic sleeve with the backing card. It's nice, I've never had one of those before. And finally in this packet is All Those Years Ago, which I remember buying back in early 1981 with the same picture sleeve, in fact. Nice. Okay, so that's the end of the singles. Okay, let's do the small packet first. Okay, looks like we have some non-UK EPs here. This first one is Beatles Forever from Germany, from 1965. This was in fact a stereo EP, something which didn't happen in the UK. Go Odeon stereo. 4 tracks from the Help album, Dizzy Miss Lizzy, You Like Me Too Much, with Bad Boy, Tell Me What You See. Of course, Bad Boy wasn't on Help. It was on a collection of Beatles oldies in the UK, but it found its way onto this EP in Germany. It's quite a tough one to find. EPs didn't sell very well in Germany. These ancient plastic sleeves. Let's see if they come out. Yeah, it seems to have stuck there. I think I'll deal with that a little later. This is it's actually a 1970s issue of All My Loving EP with the gramophone rim text and these sort of knife-edged edges. So not a first pressing, but perfect condition. This one is French. Again, 4 tracks from the Help album. It's a great picture sleeve of the Beatles on Salisbury Plain filming Help. Nice clean back. It's a red label and it looks really nice condition. This one is Spanish, I believe. Again, I think this is going to be a bit reluctant to come out of its cover. Yeah, I would do that later. Here it is. Boys, Chains, Love Me Do, and Baby It's You from Please Please Me. Produced in Barcelona. And ooh, that's a bit dusty or dirty, as you can see, on the dark blue Odeon label. There again, the Beatles in Russell Square in West London. Forgive my opening skills, I'm trying to do this as quick as possible without damaging anything. Let's get them both open. Okay. These have been in the sleeves for a long time, so I'm going to have to extricate them carefully a little bit later on. Beatles for Sale number 2. This is a first pressing with the Sold in the UK text and a rather unusual WKT purchase tax code there in the centre. Quite a hard EP to find because it wasn't a big seller. But a beautiful sleeve. One of the best sleeves they did. Twist and Shout. That's a fairly scarce pressing as well. That's a Sold in UK text, but quite a small font. So I'm guessing that dates from 1967, 68 for that one. It's quite a very common EP because it's sold in millions, but that's a later pressing, so that's quite rare. Not sure how many people were buying Twist and Shout in 1967. Probably not many. Nice and clean though. Okay, first pressing of Long Tall Sally. That's pretty filthy. But okay, another Decagon single, Cry On Waiting Hoping and Till There Was You. And another BBC sessions. They are in filming Magical Mystery Tour. This is on Hörwelt Stereophile. I doubt that's very stereophile, but 4 tracks there, I think, from the BBC sessions. And the picture of them on tour, I think, looks like 1966. Here's a Michelle from France. Are you going to come out? Yes, you are. Good. Well, at least the plastic sleeves have protected the covers because they're really in great condition. Get another red label. 4 tracks from Rubber Soul, Michelle, Run For Your Life, Drive My Car and Girl. Back to the UK with, oh, that one's is going to come out, Beatles for Sale. That looks like it's going to be a first pressing, and it is, with the Sold in the UK text. There we go, it's got some sort of inner inside it. It's just, oh, it is. Oh, it's a strange, I've never seen that on a Beatles EP before. I've seen some plastic clear ones, but I don't know if that's a homemade one, I don't know, or from a non-UK EP, but it's still nice, still fits inside the sleeve, so I don't see why not. I'll leave it there for now. Nowhere Man. Let's see if this one will come out. No, oh, it's got to come out for me to see it, because it's, the opening is at the other end. So let's have a go, because I want to see which pressing it is. There we go. Really, really clean. Oh, but it's the 70s pressing. No sold in the UK on that one. Perfect condition though. Another one of the later EPs yesterday. Again, I think this is going to be a later pressing as well, but a beautiful laminate on that and a very clean back. And it is indeed a 70s pressing, but with the same matrix number, the same cutting, -1-1, as the first pressing. Moving back to France. 4 tracks from Hard Day's Night. I'm happy just to dance with you if I fell when I get home, and things we said today. It's an original pressing. Orange Odeon. Million Sellers. Was originally, of course, going to be Golden Discs. Became Million Sellers, again a 70s pressing, but with the corrected label. Beatles Million Sellers. First pressings, of course, had Beatles Golden Discs on the label. Again, nice condition. It's a German single of All You Need Is Love. Again, the plastic sleeve has done its job over the years and looks to be in really good shape. Record's a little dirty though, but nothing that the record cleaning machine can't fix. And finally, in this package is Beatles #1. This looks like it's going to be a first pressing, some names on it, and it is. It's a bit rough, but there we go. It was loved and enjoyed like all the records should be. There we go. That's the 45s and the EPs. I hope you're going to stick around for now for the LPs. Okay, here we are, last but not least. It's the albums. Ooh. Oh, that's a decent start, isn't it? Let's move it down a little bit. Okay, so that's a very fine start. That's a Nimbus supercut of Sgt. Pepper's. One of the finest audiophile albums there is, or finest audiophile cuts of this album there is. This one, as you can see, is still in its original shrink. If we can get inside, it's got the cutouts in it as well. Okay, I'm just going to show you that I'm not going to get it out because I haven't got my gloves on, and this is a very expensive and rare record. Cut especially by Nimbus for Hi-Fi News, I think. Hi-Fi Today, that was the magazine, a hi-fi audiophile magazine in 1984. Limited edition, I think maybe to 1,000 copies, 1,500 copies. Anyway, you had to buy the magazine and you had to send in for it. It wasn't available in the shops and has since become one of the most collectible and best sounding copies of Sgt. Pepper there is. That may be the subject of a future video. Stay tuned. Okay, it can only go one way from there, really. Anyway, here we go with Please Please Me. I'm actually gonna move you up a little bit. It's better. Please Please Me. Well, this one does have the Angus McBean credit in the far right corner. You can see the difference between that and that one. Starts under the S here, and this one starts under the G. So when people say the extreme right, it means there, not there. And it signifies an early pressing. There we go, some graffiti on the back. I always like the graffiti on the back, actually, once I've got over the disappointment that it's there. George Harrison, Cynthia, Maureen, Jane Asher, Patty, June Stables. She liked 8 out of 14, or 9 out of 14 originally. A lot of graffiti on these albums. So it's not a gold label, it's a second yellow and black label without recording first published. Still early stampers, 1MD and 2MP. So an early one, not a gold label, but an early yellow and black label. The second yellow and black label. This one we know is later because it doesn't have a mono or stereo text up there, and is actually falling apart. So quality control lacking a bit. This is a 2-box, 1971, 72. Stereo pressing, really nice shape. A little bit dirty, but again, that'll clean up. Non-flip back cover. The flip back is under here. It's interesting because there is the flip back. There it is. It still printed it, even though it was just tucked under. Just a different construction. Stereo. It's very, I don't know what's happened with that. It's one of these double ones. Oh dear, these, yeah, that is really greasy and really oily. I'm not touching that anymore. Yuck, that is disgusting. The PVC in the sleeves just gets all sticky. It's the first stereo pressing with the red and white inner. Again, records got some finger marks and dust all over it, but yeah, that's good. I'm going to put this sleeve somewhere else. I'll have to use the gloves to get into that later on. Same again with this one, I think. Oh, you can hear that, yeah. Right, I'll just get the record out. And it's really sticky. Have a look at the record. So we've got a 1970 inner sleeve with the Let It Be box set, Sentimental Journey, McCartney, Abbey Road. And it's a 1-box Beatles for Sale with a -1 cut, the best sounding pressing of Beatles for Sale. any label, yellow and black, 1 box or even 2 box before 1973, guaranteed to have a fabulous sound. These early Beatles for Sale records. Well, thankfully this sleeve hasn't gone sticky. It's just degraded over the years, but it's kept the record in good shape. This is a mono copy of Hard Day's Night. Ooh, come back. So maybe slightly later pressing, maybe late 64. The first pressing labels had a different font, but that's still an early one. Actually, we've got some information on the inner sleeve about when it was purchased, actually. There we go, the 12th of October, 1966, in fact, okay. 32 shillings, 5 pence halfpenny. So, we know that when that was bought, we don't know how long it sat in the shops in stock, but still, a good one. Ah, yuck, another sticky sleeve. I'm not even gonna go with this now. I'm just gonna take the stuff out of this white album. What's happened here? Okay, is that it? Yeah, it's a side opening with no number. I'm gonna put the cover down there. Get my gloves on to do that later. So it looks like to be a later pressing. These are lighter, paler cards than the originals, which were quite rich and thick. Original poster. Again, the paper's a bit thinner, the first issues. So the patent number inner sleeves and these white, lighter Apple labels, which actually sound really great. It's quite a heavy disc, and it is a -1 matrix and a -1 on that side too. So they used the original first pressing cuttings on this pressing, and the weight of the vinyl is quite impressive actually on this. I think it's one of the really nice sounding ones. Again, that's a -1 on that side and -1 on that side. So that's an all -1, all analog pressing from, I guess, 72, 73. Nice sounding record. Next up is Revolver. Are you going to come out of your sleeve or are you welded in there? No, that's in there. I'll take it out later. But it's preserved it well. Nice clean back, and that's an E.J. Day, Ernest J. Day sleeve. A little bit rarer. Nothing else in there. So now we'll see if it's a first pressing or a second pressing. Okay, so side 1 is of course 605-2. Huh? Yes, of course. And the B side is, yep, it is, as you can see, 606-1. So that does have the alternate Tomorrow Never Knows, a first day pressing, stamper numbers 2RR, and that is a really nice, clean copy. Very difficult to find like that. Really nice. So that's good news. If we can get the sleeve out intact. Here's another one. Ooh, that's another greasy sleeve. You can see it's clouded. It's just yuck to touch. Yeah. Horrid. So this one is a this is a -2, stereo -2, -2, 2 box. It's going to be a solid state cut, but all analog and a very nice sounding pressing. Let's have a look at the packing on this one. Last one. I had somebody suggest on one of the other videos that I wrap these up, then I do the video. No, I don't do that. And to someone to suggest that is quite odd. I'm trying to be quick and careful at the same time, which isn't easy. Anyway. Okay. First out of the box. That's not going to come out of there. Oh, we'll leave it in there. I mean, it's preserved it really, really nicely. Lovely sounding, or lovely looking pressing. It's a standard 7N. 7N, but with a slightly unusual layout of the side 2 label and a KT code in the middle. Standard 1964 or 1965 pressing. Can't really tell with those. Here's help in mono and in backwards. So hopefully this is going to come out. I'm not sure if it will though, because it's got a bit of tape there. Oh yeah, it's coming. Just gotta jiggle it around. There we go. Yeah, it's got a bit of an upper seam split there. It's a bit blurry as well. A bit out of register. And yeah, this, you can see what these plastic sleeves sometimes do. You can see it's clouded there. See the PVC in these heavy polythene covers has reacted with the vinyl and leaves this marbled mottling effect. Not on that side though, but just on this side. It's really curious. Sometimes it affects the sound, sometimes it doesn't. But anyway. Nice to see this again. I first bought this when it came out in 1978, I think, 79, 78, 79. I had it as my first copy of Sgt. Pepper. So it's quite a nostalgic thing to see for me. I think the record was made in Germany and the covers were made in the UK, I think. Yes, there we go. Sleeve printed and made in Great Britain by Garand Lofthouse. Record manufactured in West Germany. Very nice. Rubber sole. This is looking a bit greasy, this cover as well. That's not going to come out. But it's nice and clean once I do get it out. Again, see it's a bit cloudy. I hope it hasn't affected the record. But we see right away that it's a 1970 pressing from the inner sleeve. And there it is, one box. But it looks to be quite clean. It's a -3 as they all are. But no clouding issues on that one, thankfully. And again, a great sounding pressing. Any of these one boxes are really nice. Last two coming up. This is A Hard Day's Night. Oh, there's some damage to the cover there. Yeah, I'll take it out. That came out quite easily. But yeah, there's a bit of damage there. 17.6 was originally 32 shillings, but obviously on sale at 17 and 6 shillings. price. Heavy vinyl. This has a patent applied for inner sleeve, so it points to a sort of 66 pressing, and indeed the font on the label tells us that. This Times New Roman font, the big layout there, says that it's a 1966 pressing. And again, not bad shape, hasn't been played very much, needs a bit of a clean and a dust. Great sounding record, as all these monos are. And last but not least, are you going to come out? No, I'm not going to take you out. This is going to be a later pressing because we've got the grey lines or black lines on the back, not red, and of course no flip overs. So it's actually got something else inside it too. Yeah, there's an inner sleeve of Real Music, which we had a look at in a video just gone by about Movie Medley. So if you want to know all about that, oh yeah, there's the booklet from Real Music too. So if you want to learn all about Real Music and Movie Medley, I'll put a link up there to that video. This is a 1973 French pressed for export to the UK. When the EMI factory was being refitted, a lot of these pressings went to France to be pressed while the factory was shut down, using French stampers, etc., etc. And there's the cover. So I hope you enjoyed that as much as I did. That's a really great collection. So look out for those on the website, parlogramauctions.com, or on eBay in the next few weeks. And please check out our other videos. Lots more videos to come, but I'll say bye for now and thanks for watching.